morning. Genesis 19, and this is our devotional thought today, is how we can misunderstand what God is doing. First of all, I felt very strongly in the prayer last night on the phone. I had a very short Zoom meeting with some young men, Chuck Harlan, and his group, and then we had prayer with the pastors, and I feel that this fervent prayer of a righteous man avails much is a very real thing, that we have a lot of authority with God, and things are God answers. When Lot went to his sons-in-law and said to them, verse 12 of Genesis 19, the men said unto Lot, hast you here any besides son-in-law, or your sons and daughters, and whatsoever thou hast in the city, bring them out, for he will destroy this place. And Lot went out, verse 14, and spake unto his sons-in-law, which married his daughters, and said, up, get you out of this place, for the Lord will destroy. But he seemed as one that mocked unto his sons-in-law. That phrase, he seemed as one that mocked. You know, there are people who have very little capacity for what it is that we say and how we think. There are people who have they don't understand it. They don't believe us. It's a very profound thing. It's a gift of grace when you can receive what God has to say to you about salvation, forgiveness, heaven, about judgment. It's a great and beautiful thing when we realize God's reality. So there's another example, and it was when the Philistines took Samson. And it says in verse 23 of Judges 16, then the lords of the Philistines gathered them together for to offer a great sacrifice unto Dagon their god, and to rejoice, because they had captured Samson. They had captured him. They got the field. They got the edge on it. They captured him, and now they're rejoicing. They have their God, and they're rejoicing, for they said, our God has delivered Samson, our enemy, into our hand. And when the people saw him, they praised their God, for they said, our God has delivered into our hands our enemy, and the destroyer of our country, which slew many of us. So they were rejoicing and very happy about this. Our God did this. You know, this is something you should get used to hearing. Lot's sons-in-law were they were like mocking Lot, and then the Philistines were rejoicing in what now was happening. But be wiser than that, and be humble and submitted, and tremble before God and his word, and his word will enlighten, his word will quicken, his word will comfort, his word will help us understand reality. And this is our privilege. God bless you today, and may this meditation be something that kind of sticks with you in your heart, and pray with it in your heart. And don't be concerned about how people could totally misunderstand us and our faith. It happens. But in our patience, like the bottle with the narrow neck and the little fluid that goes in little by little, and our testimony is a beautiful one, that Jesus Christ is the answer for life. Okay, amen. God bless you.